Excuse me? Is this thing on? Stop the presses. Hold the phone. It's time to step up to the mic. Here's what's going on in your community.
Hey, friends and neighbors, it is your friend Darren with you. It is time for another Facebook Live, a Mike Side chat here on 93.9 Mike FM. And I'm excited because it's feels like forever, but it's only been a month. Kelsey Hulcher from the St. Louis area district area Dairy Council. I'll spit it out eventually. She's back. It was about a month ago that we met, and we talked about the excitement that is July and National Ice Cream Month. And here we are in National Ice Cream Month. Welcome.
And it is in full swing. I heard you guys had a fun little tidbit of trying out ice cream last week.
Yeah, Rachel and I went through the gamut talking about, the benefits of the flavors and the mashups that we've got for this ice cream scoop showdown that we're in the midst of. Yeah. Voting started today on the matchups, too.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, it is an embattled field. Chocolate and pistachio. I mean, I feel like that's pretty one-sided, right?
That has to be.
Chocolate's a number 2 seed, so
yeah.
it's a spot.
I mean, I know we were going to chat a little bit about it today, but vanilla's always been that top spot.
It's the OG.
I know.
Right?
Simply because, and I think it's truthfully because it's been able to be incorporated into so many different delicious dairy foods, and you can incorporate it into ice cream sundaes and add different fun effects to it.
It is the base.
It's the base.
Yeah.
But then, now you look at different stuff. Chocolate, definitely.
It's the second base, I guess.
It's the second base.
Yeah.
So, chocolate's my favorite.
Me
but,
too.
I mean, to each their own.
It's going to be a tough fight. So, we're posting the matchups kind of throughout today and tomorrow on Facebook, and then folks, by the end of the day today, should be able to go and vote for their favorite flavor. And they can vote online. They can win Cardinals tickets. They can win all-you-can-eat movie pass. We got all kinds of good prizes. So
I mean,
it's
ice
a lot
cream.
of fun.
Ice cream's delicious regardless.
Yeah. I like the unique flavors. Like our sponsor for the Ice Cream Scoop Showdown is a local shop here, Sugar Sheet Creamery. And it's, hand-dipped goodness. But they've got flavors like Exhausted Parent. So that's like the coffee cappuccino one. It's got some mocha chips, things like that. It's really good. They've got one called This Expletive Deleted Just Got Serious.
Oh, my God.
And that's their top seller. It's amazing. And it's hard to describe because, they're just all delicious and unique.
And that's what's great, kind of going off of that, looking at how manufacturers, especially within the last couple of years, have changed the game with promoting fun new flavors. I was actually at the store, I want to say a couple weeks ago, and there was an everything but the bagel flavored ice cream.
Everything but the bagel.
I'm like, okay, so...
It's like onions and blueberries?
Yeah, it's got all the seasonings that you would think about in ice cream.
Yeah.
So I think manufacturers and just different ice cream shops in general are kind of taking it to the next level and doing some fun challenges.
Yep.
So that's awesome to hear.
Well, I think, was it Sunday? That was National Ice Cream Day within the month?
Yes.
So I remember reading a little blurb a year ago, Kraft Macaroni and Cheese, they released a macaroni and cheese flavored ice cream. They did like 2,000 pints, and it sold out so fast, it crashed their website.
That is...
So I don't even think they attempted it this year.
I don't know if I would try that.
I know. That's a freaky one, isn't it?
That's the one that you might just like take a little bit of a bite out of just to say you try. But... I
don't find myself indulging in a pint of that and watching the Gilmore Girls.
Definitely not my route.
Yeah.
No.
And I like mac and cheese, but that'd be a strange one.
Yeah.
I'd let my kids eat it first, and then they can give me the full report.
Well, the benefit of that, and kind of going off of mac and cheese and other delicious dairy foods, is ice cream is one of those delicious dairy and just in general desserts that does provide us with a couple of nutritional benefits because it does still have that calcium, that protein, a little bit of phosphorus in it that is still going to give us some nutrients when we eat it.
So it's not an utterly empty treat. You don't have to. You can feel guilty, but don't feel that guilty.
Yeah. So like a half cup is kind of the standard serving size. Obviously, each different type of ice cream is going to have its own, just like you talked about with different flavors. They incorporate, if they have cookie bits or certain other things that might change that nutritional value on the back of the carton. But just overall, half cup serving is usually best way to go and gives you those little benefits at the same time. I think even President Ronald Reagan, in my lovely history book of ice cream,
the history of National Ice Cream Month.
Yes, he deemed it as one of the best desserts because it does provide you with that nutritious fun.
It's a double dip.
Yeah, it is. It's a double dip, double scoop.
That's right.
So he actually deemed July National Ice Cream Month.
So he was Ronald Reagan, the father of National Ice Cream Month.
Yes, great guy.
Well, that's
Great
awesome.
guy.
Well, and yeah, like you said, he recognized it as a tasty food. And the third Sunday of the month, which was this past Sunday, is National Ice Cream Day.
Yes.
But it's Tuesday, and it's still National Ice Cream Month, so it's National Ice Cream Month, third Tuesday. How about that?
Exactly, and you can still celebrate every day because
Yeah, it's
July,
important all year long.
all year long, ice cream can fit in, and you can obviously, going off of that, fit it into a nutritious diet. There's obviously looking at the grocery shelves as we talked about last time and how many different new dairy foods that are found on those grocery shelves. There's an option for everyone. So lactose-free ice cream, low-fat ice cream.
Yep.
There's so many different options. Even frozen yogurt is a great option if you want to kind of take a more awareness route in looking at nutrition and nutrition value on certain things. So again, there's an option for everyone. But just as a dietitian and speaking with everyone to it, you can still enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
I'm a big fan of, like you said, chocolate's a favorite and chocolate's easy, and then you start, it really does become the base for a lot of things. And just a lot of, a bowl of ice cream or a cup or a cone of ice cream by itself, great treat. And then you mix ice cream in with other things like, root beer floats or ice cream sandwiches or, any of those ice cream treats. You gave us an awesome recipe, and I wanted to mention this because if you go to 939mikefm.com right now, well, after you're done watching the Facebook Live, but you go to the website and you'll find our post there. I have shared Kelsey's awesome dessert taco, taco. Well, I don't want to bust a trademark. Chocolate ice cream taco recipe. It's awesome. And there's a picture to entice them to do it. But it's an easy recipe. It's right there on our website, easy to find.
Yes. And again, those dessert tacos are amazing. And it gives you so many different options to create. And it kind of, that taco is more of the shell. It's kind of like a crepe, I want to say. And then filling it with your favorite scoops and adding any kind of toppings.
Fruit to it, maybe, or some sprinkles if you feel so inclined.
Yes, and it is kind of like a fun little delicious dessert you can have.
Yep.
Especially to cool
that's
off.
a good, those are the kind of easy recipes that you can do if you've got younger kids too, to kind of introduce them to the kitchen a little bit and have some fun while you do it. And of course, reap the rewards of what you've created. So.
Yes, just making sure that those kids stay busy, especially this summer when they are on summer break, and whenever it's the middle of July and you're like, we've run out of all these fun, great things to do, and we're done with all the vacations. Now what? Bring them into the kitchen and maybe do something.
That's right.
Do something together to keep them busy, especially out of this hot weather that we've been enduring recently.
Yeah, nothing like if this time of year when you're just staring into the freezer for a good couple of minutes, letting the cold wash over you as you figure out what flavor of ice cream you want.
Exactly.
That's my happy place.
And
or a random walk-in beer cooler at a gas station.
What's crazy is now I've looked at it too. This summer, I know that kind of wedding season, the fall is starting to not even make an appearance. It's really not, let's be honest.
Yeah. But it's on the horizon.
It's on the horizon.
Yeah.
And people, who might have gotten engaged or planning their weddings, one thing that has become a huge fun thing to incorporate into weddings is an ice cream sundae bar. So what they've been doing is they're providing, a variety of ice creams and having a little cooler on the side. And your guests can come in and build their own ice cream and
toppings
galore. Ooh. So you don't even have to worry about, having different cakes. You could just have a whole ice cream bar and
I'm down for that. If I'm scheduled to come to your wedding, please have an ice cream sundae bar. I'm not a cake person. So that's for me, like, I don't like cake. I'm just not a cake person. It's not my thing. I don't like icing. I don't like cake. Yeah. But ice cream, you can even mix some chocolate cake in with the ice cream. That'd be okay.
Or even a little bit of cookies.
Oh yeah, a little cookie dough or a little bit of brownie nuggets, those
add them on top. Another thing, even looking kind of at the research of the last couple of years of kind of how ice creams evolved, is they have started making ice cream shops with liqueur-based ice cream.
The little boozy shakes and such.
Yes.
Yeah, our friends at Sugar Chic, they have a spot up in Perryville. They've got a patio up there. And right next to it is Mary Jane's Burgers and Brew, and which is a great little brew pub. And they've collabed together for some of these boozy ice cream ideas. There's some shakes that I'm just like, so decadent and sinful, and liquor included. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
That's obviously another route that local shops and even manufacturers have kind of explored that route. There's an option, like I said, for everyone. So refreshing flavors has become another bigger thing within the last couple of years. Refreshing and like hibiscus flavors,
right? A little more opening the palate kind of flavors.
Yes.
Type of
so I think alongside that, the pale alcohol based ales and beers and all of that incorporated might have collabed and crashed
like
together
ice
to make
cream mojitos.
Yes. So certain things like that have become a trend within the last couple of years. But you still got the traditions.
Have you tried like a seltzer with ice cream?
No,
I haven't either. I'd be curious.
Everyone,
maybe it would give it flavor.
People, I'm sure at this point, someone probably saw this and was like, you know what?
Yeah, if you're day drinking today, go ahead and just experiment. Comment on the Facebook live below. Let us know how the cranberry seltzer and vanilla ice cream combo worked out for you.
Yeah, because again, that's just become another trend, and even our local ice cream shops, like you said, even here they've come out with their seasonal or their kind of spin off of maybe a traditional ice cream flavor. So those are always a great option to try, especially this month.
Awesome. Something we touched base on when you were here a month ago is the nutritional value of it. And this is kind of coming from your background as a nutritionist and being able to say, yeah, we need to look at 3 servings a day of dairy. Ice cream helps complement that in a very easy way. Yes,
so it does. So it does provide 10% of our calcium that is needed with that, again, serving size of it, depending, on the nutritional
If you eat the whole quart.
Yeah, it can cause a little bit of a difference. But just knowing and being mindful is always the best option. And again, like I said, if you are more mindful about kind of options you want to choose, there's the low fat, the frozen yogurts. There's so many varieties and different flavors that I'm sure by now there's a ton of different flavors even within that option that you can explore and try different types. Adding them to smoothies, you can add ice cream to your smoothies and adding fruit. And, adding mixed nuts and different stuff can obviously increase a little bit of the protein or healthier fats in that enjoyment of having, that half cup portion.
And there's some unique flavors, or unique recipes out there to help you enjoy that. We talked about some of the drink recipes, but, we're getting into fair season as we look towards the fall. And that's where we start seeing the fried ice cream and the fried ice cream bars and, all these kind of things. There's a lot of ways to kind of mix it up with ice cream.
There is. And even, I'm sure you can even look at making a classic sheet pan ice cream cake to take to some of these events. I know 4th of July was a couple weeks ago. And, looking forward to all those pool parties and such, cooling off after hanging out with everyone at a barbecue with some ice cream or with, a sheet pan of ice cream or anything like that. Making it homemade. We do on our website. For those parents who might, find some time with their kiddos inside on a rainy day or, like I said, when it's really, really hot and you just need to cool off for a little bit. We do have some instructions on how to make a homemade ice cream in a bag.
That's awesome.
It is. And it is cool, again, to share that experience and learn how to make it from scratch and make it homemade and enjoy that.
Well, and you can even, if you, depending on the age of your kids, of course, you can kind of explain the process of, why you use the salt and why you do this and that, kind of go through the science of it too.
The science, yeah. And it is fun. I do recommend oven mitts when making that stuff because it does get very, very cool.
Super cool. Yeah.
But it is a fun experience, especially to enjoy and to kind of incorporate within an activity for the summer.
And it's a lot of our summertime, indoor time, when it is like tomorrow, 110 degree heat index. A lot of that indoor time tends to be this.
Yes.
Zombie mode, right? So unplug from zombie mode, have a little fun with the kiddos and, go check out their website for some ice cream recipes. The website is STL.
Yes, it is. It is stldairycouncil.org.
Okay.
You can also check out our Facebook and our Instagram that handles STL Dairy Council. We do post usually throughout the week recipes, kind of especially with this month, a little bit more ice cream tailored, just to make it fun, and trying out new things each week for the fun month of July.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not hard to entice you to follow their social media when they're sharing delicious ice cream recipes all month.
Yeah.
That's,
Who eats
that's
that?
An easy one.
Yeah.
And, you know, we've talked about, like, some of these flavors with honey and citrus and hibiscus and stuff like that. Has there been anything that you've seen that's really accelerated that's more of that kind of off the chart type of flavor?
I would say mostly the hibiscus flavors, because a lot of times they do incorporate like a ginger or something that's just kind of thrown in, and you get that subtle hint of it, but it's that refreshing, like, oh, that's interesting.
Like, this is still ice cream, but it's something new.
Yeah, it's something new, and it's something, again, more refreshing than kind of the traditional chocolate or Rocky Road route that we're so used to, probably growing up on with.
Well,
all
yeah,
of that.
you've got your, like I said, our Ice Cream Scoop Showdown's got 16 flavors. They're pretty much 16 stock flavors that if you were to take that list right now and go to the grocery store, you'd probably be able to find those 16 flavors pretty easily.
Yeah, and I'm sure with that being said, a lot of those traditional flavors people do and have enjoyed throughout the years, and that's why they've been deemed these great, delicious flavors. I know the top 5, like we started out saying, vanilla, chocolate, cookies and cream, mint chocolate chip, and chocolate chip cookie dough kind of have been, the Fab 5 within
Well,
that.
and that's, I'm trying to pull up right now because I didn't have it in front of me, our list, but I can tell you the final 4 last year was 4 out of 5 of those. We had Moose Tracks was actually our winner last year.
Yeah.
But it was Moose Tracks versus Rocky Road in the final, and the final 4 was Moose Tracks, Rocky Road, regular chocolate, and mint chocolate chip. So those were our top 4, beast mode. I guess if you want to think of them as the powerhouse ice cream flavor.
Yeah, for the season. And I'm sure, kind of going off of that, those flavors, those new flavors, they do take off for a little bit, but you can still hold it true that these traditional flavors are the ones that stay dear to our heart. I know chocolate, like I said, is one that I grew up on as a kid, so it has a strong place at the heart.
Well, and you get a lot of associated memories with that stuff. You know how it is with some certain flavors that'll trigger a memory, like, maybe eating a certain mint chocolate chip ice cream. It makes me think of, oh, my grandma always had that in her freezer, and those are good feelings. It's a sense of euphoria that comes not only from eating delicious ice cream, but all the stuff that comes around that too.
Yes, I'm a little bit different though. My grandma liked to keep cookies and cream in the freezer, and I got so burnt out on it that
I swore it off.
I could not do cookies and cream anymore. So apologize, Grandma, but I gotta stick to chocolate.
And look, she's here commenting on Facebook Live right now. You're breaking my heart.
Exactly.
Oh, Kelsey.
Yeah. But
I'm going to put you on the spot. I know you didn't. I should have emailed you ahead and said fill out our bracket so you could try to win. But our first 8 matchups, I'm going to have you give me your picks of what you think as our Dairy Council expert and nutritionist on the ice cream flavors. Pressure's on. I won't give you the placings, like if it's a number 2 seed versus 16. I'm just going to give you the flavor.
Okay,
so,
great.
Our first round voting, so we have Moose Tracks versus Pistachio.
Ooh, Moose Tracks.
Yeah, that's a winner. Cookie dough, chocolate chip cookie dough.
Okay.
Versus salted caramel.
Ooh, chocolate chip cookie dough.
Didn't even have to hesitate on that.
Ooh, cookie dough.
Nailed it.
When you say cookie dough.
Butter pecan versus vanilla.
Vanilla.
Keep it classic.
Keep it classic.
Fair enough. Mint chocolate chip versus sherbet. It's 2 completely different animals, right?
I personally am more of a sherbet, but I'm worried because I know people who love the mint.
See, mint chocolate chip's my guy. That's my number 1. But there are times when I have headed for a rainbow sherbet.
I know rainbow sherbet just sounds so refreshing.
That's it. When it's real hot, if I had the option of those 2 and it was 110 degrees, I would probably go with the sherbet just because it's less creamy, I think, maybe. If that makes sense.
Less like
thick.
Yeah. But I know I for this purpose of who's gonna win, like if I had to fill it out, just looking at like even like basketball brackets, and you're like, oh, I gotta pick.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to pick. I'm gonna go with mint chocolate chip.
Okay. That's probably the smart move. You want to keep your bracket alive. We're Gonzaga chips here. So our next matchup would be cookies and cream versus strawberry. Just strawberry ice cream.
Plain traditional strawberry. I'll go with strawberry.
Okay.
I'll switch it
Now,
up
see,
a little bit.
Rachel will be with you on that one. That's one of Rachel's top.
I'm not a huge strawberry fan, but I think there are those strawberry strawberry
Get
people
hard.
out there.
The ones that, like Rachel, finish the pink and the Neapolitan first before they touch anything
and
else.
then everything else is
Everything else is for someone else. Our next matchup would be Rocky Road versus coffee, espresso, that vein of ice cream.
I think that might have
a tough fight.
Yeah, but I am going to go with coffee. I am, because I do think that's kind of making a move. Into the game.
It's increasing its awareness of itself. A little bit. Okay, that's fair. Two more matchups today. We have strawberry cheesecake versus birthday cake. The battle of the cakes.
Since it is St. Louis District Dairy Council's birthday and we have been celebrating it, I've got a feeling about the birthday cake.
Okay.
I think that sounds good.
You guys are on the move.
We still are on the move. 90 and on the move. 90 and on the move.
That gets a cowbell ring. 90 and on the move. And our final matchup, of course, chocolate versus Neapolitan.
Chocolate.
Neapolitan is a third of the ice cream that chocolate is.
Yeah.
Quite literally. But we'll keep an eye on the matchups and see how you do as we get towards
Fingers crossed.
End of the month and everything.
It's recorded, so I can't take anything back.
That's right. You are indelibly marked upon the social media at this point. Awesome. Well, we like our ice cream a lot of different ways. I'm a cup guy myself. I don't mind a cone, but I don't like the sticky, the sloppy. I'm more meticulous than that. It's hard enough with a mustache and beard to keep the ice cream at bay.
The standard.
But ice cream cones are an important thing, and they kind of have a special place in St. Louis's heart.
Yes, they do. Because at the St. Louis World's Fair was apparently one of the first times that waffle cone was introduced. I don't want to butcher his name, but Marchioni was the first person to produce the ice cream cone back in 1896 in New York City. However, they did say that there was a fun establishment at the St. Louis World's Fair with that cone kind of being introduced, that waffle cone as an option.
It wasn't a stolen idea. And you have to remember 118 years ago, so on.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he saw it on the, Facebook. He didn't know Bob in New York. He didn't know Bob.
Yeah, he didn't see a TikTok or an Instagram post on it.
That's right. They just both had similar good ideas, and our buddy Marchioni managed to get the patent on it. So.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful thing now. Now look at us. Now we all enjoy it.
We do, and in many different ways. You got your classic waffle cone. It's handmade and rolled up around the little metal cone and formed in perfection, and sometimes it's dipped in chocolate. I can do the dipped in chocolate ones because I know the bottom's sealed up.
Yes.
I don't have leaky cone syndrome.
You don't have a leaky cone. Yeah. Those little, have you seen those little ones with they're stuffed at the bottom just to make sure that there's no leak.
Yeah.
So you can just enjoy it and then have that little chocolate at the bottom.
Little chocolate nugget at the bottom. It's the flavor nugget.
Good stuff.
It's the coup de grace of your ice cream experience right there. Well, that's awesome. And, as we move through the rest of National Ice Cream Month, again, we mentioned follow them on social media to get the recipes, and not just recipes, but nutrition tips. Make sure you get your 3 servings of dairy and all kinds of great dairy tips right there on your social media, Facebook, Instagram, and so on.
Yes. So, like I said, you can follow us, STL Dairy Council, on Facebook, on Instagram, as well as send us an email if you have a question, info@stldairycouncil.org. We always get emails with questions. Maybe if you can't get a recipe or can't get something to load, or might want to can't find the idea about making ice cream in a bag, and you want to find some instructions on how to get to that download, just send us an email and we will point you in the right direction.
They're very approachable, folks.
You are.
Otherwise, she wouldn't even hang out in the studio. Kelsey Hulcher from the St. Louis District Dairy Council. Kelsey, thank you so much for coming in again.
Thank you. Happy July.
Happy July. Happy National Ice Cream Month.
Yes.
This has been another Humans in Tune, 93.9 Mike FM, Mike Side Chat. I appreciate you guys tuning in. and hanging out. We'll do it again this Friday. I encourage you to join me at 11 o'clock on Friday here on Facebook, as we'll be meeting up with Sydney Waters from Old Town Cape and Ashley Dodds from Send a Friend to talk about their Youth Entrepreneurship Day opportunities, some money for the kiddos with some enterprising minds. So we'll talk about that on Friday. Again, thank you to Kelsey for being my guest today. It's Mike Side Chat with 93.9 Mike FM. We'll see you kids on the next time. Have a great day.